Holly and myself need to tell you about one more big major decision we have made here on the farm. We finally made our minds up, and I think it's for the best. Don't you, Holly? Hey, boys. Y'all miss me? You miss me, Skipper Tipper? What's going on, Red? Hey, Laura. What's going on, Shake and Bake? You guys miss us? What's everybody doing? What you guys doing? Hey, Big Top. Hey, my man. What's going on, my man? What's going on, buddy? How you guys doing, huh? What are you doing, Jess? Hey, girl. Yeah. Hey, baby girl. Well, hello to you as well. As you can see, we are back, y'all. We are back. Actually, Brooke's over there cutting grass. We've been trying to play catch up the last couple of days. Farm is a little overgrown, especially with the weather we've had. It has been perfect weather for grass and everything else. Ain't that right, buddy? That's right. I appreciate you massaging my back, though. I needed that. Had a long plane trip, Top. Yeah, a long plane trip. If you don't know, you may have missed the live stream, but we went to Alaska. That was our family vacation this year. We went to Alaska and stayed in Seward, Alaska the entire time. Had a great time. It was slow paced. We did a lot of hiking and bird watching, a lot of sightseeing. Had a grand time. Ain't nothing like seeing a porcupine on the side of the road. What's up, fella? It's a baby.
Where?
Behind her.
Is it really?
Yeah. Top, that really does feel good, man. I mean, come on. Right there. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. That's like one of them deep massages. Well, like a deep, what is like a Hungarian or something? Hungarian massage, is that what they call it? We are glad to be back though as well. But it was a good break. It really was. It was a good break. We definitely enjoyed it. Definitely will go back to Alaska again. I tell y'all, that was some beautiful, beautiful country there. Unreal. Words can't explain it. You just have to see it in person. Pictures, videos, movies. It's just gorgeous there. Absolutely gorgeous. Loved it. Even loved the temperatures. It was in the mid 50s for the highs. It got down to the 40 some. And now we're back over here. We're in, yesterday I noticed on my thing said 104 heat index. And we did have some low humidity yesterday, but I can already tell that that's not gonna last long at all. It's it's back. I can tell it's back. So we'll have them high dew points and that high humidity and that subtropical climate. We'll be back in that pretty daggum soon, if not today, I can tell y'all. But have any of y'all ever been to Alaska? I would like to know. Leave it in the comments below if you had and if you enjoyed it. Or you may even live there. I would like to know. It was absolutely fantastic. It really was. Caden and Catherine over at G&G took care of everything while we were gone and checked on the farm several times a day. Matter of fact, Caden stayed here all day a few times doing stuff, around the farm that needed to be done, cleaning out stalls and weed eating and cleaning out chicken coops and, just taking care of things. Look out there, Big Ernest. We're gonna clean this out, brother. Look out. We're gonna get this cleaned out. Yeah. You guys gonna help me clean the waters today? I certainly could use the help. Yeah. Y'all know Nugget was a great water cleaner. He was one of the best ever. He's the sheriff. He moved up from water inspector to sheriff. What he did. All right, look out, fellas. I need that, sir. All right, guys, we got you cleaned up here. Now, gotta go put my bracelet on. I'm gonna forget it, you know what I mean? We don't need to do that right off the bat since we've been back. The water is going. Not at all. Jesse, can you believe Peaches gave us a week off? Can you believe that? I know. I don't know what's gotten into her. I don't know. I like it though. I like it. She's getting soft in her old age, you know what I mean? I see you got your summer coat fully on now. Yeah. Hey, buddy. Yeah. Honey's almost got hers. Yeah, Honey's almost got her summer coat, but you definitely got yours. Look how beautiful you look. Yeah. Goodness. Oh, goodness, girl. I may not get that 25-cent raise, but I sure got a good break. Yeah, I did. Hey, y'all, I think Nugget's got a 5-disc DVD set out on proper water control if y'all want me to get it for you. We need somebody around here to inspect it. You can see that we got Reska. We actually moved Reska and Willie to over here to this pasture over here in between the main goat, emu, donkey pasture and the pond pasture over there where Nugget and Goldie stay. We did that because it'd be a lot easier for Catherine and Caden to take care of the horses. Plus this grass over here is just growing so tall that we thought the horses could keep it down, and they can't. They really can't. They can't keep this little pasture down. They're gonna have to cut it. And we just thought it was perfect. It's got a shelter, as you can see. They got plenty of shade from the shade trees. And just, we may keep them over there for a little bit because it is a good spot for them and they're not keeping up with the grass. So that is a good spot for Willie and Reska. And you can see Reska's thoroughly enjoying the shade over there. I don't know where Big Willie is. I just talked, there he is. There he is down there. He's down there eating some grass. The cows just love that wood line over there. Love it. That's where they're staying in the shade. I may try to bush hog this pasture today. If not tomorrow. It needs it. Now I did check in with the boss lady as soon as I got home, and she's got me a pretty big old list. She's actually outside, believe it or not. Right there. I'm not gonna wake her up. I'm not gonna wake her up this morning. I'm just gonna, let her sleep. I know I'm probably, you know how it is, you've been off, and she's probably a little ill about the whole situation. Some people just get grumpy like that. And I'm not gonna wake her up and stir the pot this morning. I'll get that honey-do list from her when she gets up. I'm sure it's a big one. I am. Probably a massage, belly rubs, chin rubs, back rubs. It's probably all of that on there, I know. I tell you what though, this little lady right here was happy to see me when I got home. Yeah, you were happy, wasn't you?
You ready to go? You ready to go? Oh, you're happy to see me. You're happy to see me. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Are you happy? You happy to see me? Oh, you happy to see me? Oh, let's go home. Let's go home, yeah.
Holly goes to a daycare, like a doggy daycare or camp, and they do a great job with the dogs. We're so grateful to have them. We drive about an hour away to take her over there, but she thoroughly enjoys it. They send us about 50 pictures a day. They have playgrounds, and they take them riding on the side-by-sides, and they go swimming and all kind of good stuff. They even had a 4th of July party. Holly got to eat a cupcake. Didn't you, girl? But not like being at home, was it? No, you were happy to see me, wasn't you? And I was happy to see you, I can tell you that. Now, let's go show them what else we're happy to see. Yeah, I was a little shocked at this when I got here. Come on, let's go show them. Come on. Take a look at this. Can you believe the corn? I think it grew 3+ foot since we was gone. If I'm not mistaken, my corn was only about waist high. I swear it was. Look at it now. Look at it now. We got ears forming everywhere. It looks healthy. We had a lot of rain and some heavy storms. Did not blow the corn down at all. Thank goodness. But look at the ears. Just ears and ears of corn. And it's getting pollinated. You can see it's getting pollinated right there. That's how corn works. Produces this flower, I guess you want to call it. And then it drops down. You can see the pollen and stuff dropping down. And that's why you have these silts. And it catches that, and that pollinates that ear of corn. And that's what creates the actual vegetable itself. But I mean, this corn is massive. Look at it, y'all. Bearing some kind of crazy thing. Like a East African Norwegian corn bug that I never heard of. And I made that up. There's no such thing as that I know of. Comes in here like those kudzu bugs did and wipes me out. I think we're gonna have a pretty daggum awesome corn crop, to be honest with y'all. It looks absolutely amazing. Not only does the corn look great, come over here, let me show you this. Look at the tomatoes. Oh my gracious. Now I came through here yesterday because they grew so fast that I didn't have them trellised enough. When I got back, they were all laying on the ground like you see over here on this side. And I got them all trellised up for the most part. I ran out of string. I got to go back and go get some more string and finish that up. But the tomatoes look absolutely fabulous. They really do. So I'm thinking we're gonna have a good many tomatoes out there on the farm stand and for ourselves. As a matter of fact, I picked some and some fell off, some green tomatoes, and we're gonna have some fried green tomatoes. And that recipe, if you wanna know, is on our website, www.coghillfarm.com. You can check that fried green tomato recipe out for yourself. But we gotta come in here and finish trellising these guys up. I worked on it a pretty good bit yesterday. Had some weeds, had to get the weeds out, but I mean, it looks great. Even African blue basil over here, y'all look at this. Look at the African blue basil. You can see our honeybees around here. Let me show you our honeybees. I mean, it is covered in our honeybees. Look at that. Just covered. And that is the main reason we planted this African blue basil, is that the beekeepers are actually going nuts over this basil right here. And my camera wasn't right, sorry about that. Also, I planted some black cherry sunflowers in here, and they're doing well too. I mean, they are doing great. I mean, the bees are just covered in it. I mean, everywhere you look, there is just our honeybees everywhere. On every plant, just like that. Chocolate cherry sunflowers are coming up. I can't wait for those to come up. That's one of my favorites. That's almost a foolproof sunflower right there. If you want to grow a sunflower and you want one that's foolproof and you want something besides yellow, definitely look at that chocolate cherry sunflower over there at Hall's. Now I get asked about the African blue basil. Where did I get it? I got this from Petals from the Past. Now it is a hybrid, which means it's been crossbred between two different basils to come up with this variety. And that means that if I were to harvest the seeds wouldn't breed true because it is a hybrid. But you can buy seeds, and I don't know how that works. I don't know how hybrid seed collection works. I really don't. It's above my pay grade, I can tell you that. In the gardening world, I mean, almost all our tomatoes are just about hybrids because we have a hard time growing heritage, our heirloom tomatoes here because of our climate. It's just too humid. We get blight too easy. So we always grow hybrids for the most part. Better boys, big boys, red snappers, Belarosas. I mean, those are all hybrid tomatoes. Almost every tomato you see is a hybrid. Now there is a difference now. This is where people get confused now, because there is a difference between heirloom, hybrids, and GMO, okay? Heirloom and hybrids you'll buy, that's what all of us home gardeners will grow. And there's no, bad misconception in those. There's nothing. Hybrid is not a bad term. That's just cross-pollinating two different types of whatever. So just say, for instance, you had a, Cherokee Purple. And you like the flavor of the Cherokee Purple, but you like the growth rate of a Black Cream. I'm just throwing these out there because those are heirloom varieties. And you took the pollen and you cross-pollinated those, which happens all the time in nature. You can come up with a different variety, and that variety will have, traits of each tomato. And that's what they do with cross-pollinating, especially these seed companies, and the ones that happen naturally. And then you got your heirlooms, which were cross-pollinated at some point. At some point, the original tomato was not what we eat today, even the heirlooms. So at some point, there's been some cross-pollination and some changes along the way. And that goes for anything that you grow, heirlooms and hybrids. That could be corn, that could be flowers, that can be vegetables, that can be watermelons, that could be anything. Now this is where people get confused, and a lot of fear mongering goes on with this, and a lot of marketing, sales marketing goes on with this, and that is GMO. Listen, a home gardener will never, ever, 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 ever buy a pack of GMO seeds. They won't. They're astronomical. They're extremely expensive, and they only are for commercial agriculture. You can't go to Walmart, you can't go to Hall's, you can't go to Baker Creek, you cannot buy a pack of GMO corn from anyone. You can't. It comes in huge amounts, and it's astronomical. I mean, thousands of dollars for GMO seeds, okay? And here's the thing with GMO is that means that it has a different DNA other than what it is in it. And that's in layman's terms. That's just easy peasy speak. And this is just me an example. This is not true, whatever. But say you took a corn, and you took the DNA of something else other than corn. Say a fir tree, or say a cricket, or say whatever it is, and you mixed it with that corn, and that's how you come up with GMO corn, okay? And there's only very few plants, because it costs so much money to do, that are GMO. And if you look it up, you'll see it's not many at all. You got corn, soy, wheat. It's kind of your main cash crops are the only thing that are GMO. And I know somebody's gonna watch this video and tell me I'm completely wrong, and you can agree with me to disagree with me, whatever you want to do. But I'm telling you the truth, that a home gardener will never, ever plant a GMO crop. So you don't have to worry about that. So whatever you plant is gonna be great. Hybrids or heirlooms, perfectly fine. Now, I'm no expert, I'm no scientist, so I don't know the ins and outs of GMO stuff and how it's done and all that kind of good stuff. So I can't give you any opinion on that one way or the other. You just, you do that for yourself. But as for heirloom and hybrids, perfectly safe and you're perfectly fine. And that's all home gardeners will ever plant. But I'm happy about the corn. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so much corn. I can't wait. Other than potatoes, corn is a second close to my favorite vegetable. And then tomatoes. I love tomatoes too. I want to show you one more thing while I'm out here in the garden, and look at the sun hemp. Oh my. I'm thinking that I probably won't grow anything else in a big bed other than sun hemp. I mean, this is just unreal. And I'll show you the difference. This is the sun hemp, You can see it's a solid mass. This is probably, I'm guessing 90% plus sun hemp. That's all this is. It's drowning out the weeds. It is, you know, putting nitrogen back in the soil. It's doing a lot of stuff. Best cover crop you can grow for the summer. But let me show you why I think I'm only going to do sun hemp, or maybe a combination of sun hemp and something else from this point forward. When it comes to planting big plots like this, these 40 by 40 plots, I mean, the weeds just cannot compete with it. It grows so fast, so thick, that it just definitely drowns out the weeds. And this is probably where our fall garden is going to be this year, right here. So this is where we planted the Super Bee Phacelia. And all of this you see, that Super Bee Phacelia right there. This is all weeds. This is all weeds. All this, there's some Super Bee over there. We got some right around in here. There's a little bit over there. But it couldn't keep up. It just could not keep up. It's not as fast as the weeds. I planted some sunflowers in here too. And the same thing, they're just not as fast as the weeds are. I could order some more sun hemp put in here, and I may do that. I really do, because this is going to be a weedy mess. It really is. We may redo this entire bed. Just get Big Joe in here, you know, break the ground up and put some sun hemp in it, just like we did that one over there. Because if not, this is just going to be overrun right here. It really is. But Holly and myself need to tell you about one more big major decision we have made here on the farm. We finally made our minds up, and I think it's for the best. Don't you, Holly? I do too. And let me go show you that real quick. And that is the shop slash horse barn. Right here. The sharp, horse and shop, sharp. The shop barn, the shabarn, the shabarn. We'll come up with something. But the shop. So we have officially decided to enclose the whole thing. Just enclose the whole thing. Me and Brooke were discussing it. I can put all my cast iron stuff over here. Of course, our woodworking stuff can go over here. It just makes more sense to go ahead, since it is concreted, and to go ahead and close it. And Brent gave me a great price on it. It wasn't going to be that much more money, honestly, at all. It's the labor's, you know, a little bit more, but not much at all. It was just a little bit more materials, because we're covering the sides up that wasn't going to be covered. The back was going to be the same. That's the same amount of material there. So it's just a little bit more material here, a little bit more material there. And that really was it, honestly. Everything else was going to be the same. So we're going to go ahead and enclose it. It just makes more sense. And we've also decided to just keep it all open. There's no sense of building a tack room now if this is going to be enclosed. So we'll just have the tack stuff here. There's no sense in separating it. The only reason we were separating it was to get it out of the weather. That was the only reason we were going to make a room, was to keep it out of the elements. But now, since the whole thing's out of the elements, there's really no sense of us, you know, technically wasting that money to build a separate room per se. You know, so we're just going to go ahead and enclose the whole thing. That wasn't my intention, having a shop quite this large. But, you know, it is what it is. And I think it's going to be for the better. We may even, since we're doing the cast iron, we may even put that stove that's in the milk room into here, so that way I can season cast iron without doing it in the house and stinking the house all up. If any of y'all ever season cast iron, you know what I'm talking about. It's gonna smoke and stink, and it's just gonna do its thing. That's just what happens. So I could do it in here and, you know, not have to worry about stinking the house up. I could roll the doors up and all that kind of good stuff, and just let it smoke on out. Put me a vent that goes vents directly outside. I think that's what we'll do. I really do. So this back area back here will be more, you know, we'll have our horse feed in here. We'll have our tack, our saddles in here, the lead ropes, the bridles, the halters. All that can go in here for the horses. Their minerals, their vitamins, the lubricant, all that can go right there. And then over in this area can be, you know, where I got my table saw, my miter saw, my router table, all that good stuff that's just kind of stored away, some in the garage, some in the barn. And then over here we could put the stove and my electrolysis tank, and, you know, maybe a vinegar bath or whatever. All my cast iron stuff can go over there. Brant will get started back on this week. That is his plan. I talked to him yesterday, and he said he will get back on this as soon as he can, and it's probably going to be in the next day or two. He'll probably get started on it by the time this video comes out, to be honest with you. I think, you know, things always happen for a reason. I think it was all meant to be, and in the long run, it's going to be better for the farm and the animals and everything else here. I really, really do. And I will tell you this, as soon as Brant gets done, we will get started back on the fence. We don't want to be in his way trying to get the fencing taken care of. So soon as Brant gets finished, Brooke and myself, probably Caden too, we will get back on the fence over here. And I tell you, that fence is going to probably be an all summer long project. I've got a feeling, because we do want to fence in our entire 40 acres. It is fenced in, but there's just, it's old, it's got some bad spots in it, and it's fenced in, but it's not fenced in, you know what I mean?
Oh goodness. Let's see. A tickle? Little bit.
Well, I am glad to be back with y'all. I really am glad to be back. We should be back on our regularly scheduled programs from this point forward until, you know, we take another little break here or there. And, but yeah, I do appreciate you. Appreciate you hanging out with me today in Holly and checking out the corn and the tomatoes and hanging out with the animals and seeing what we're going to do with the shop barn, the shabarn. Barn shop, we'll figure it out. But in the meantime, hope you have a blessed and most wonderful day. Hope it's the best day ever. Catch you on the next one, and as always, y'all be good.